in my opinion, there's two different kinds of group tennis lessons that you can attend. You have on one side, you have like drill-based lessons or group lessons, and then you have clinics. The way I perceive this is group drills are exactly what it sounds like. Group of people doing drills with minimal instruction. Okay, that's why there's a group of people there. I had a league player address this to me about half a year ago, and she was really confused on, some of the drills that we would do were really, really fast paced, and then some of the drills we would do were really slow, and they were very technical, which is what I consider clinics. Clinics to me are they're group-based, instructional, and very specified tennis lessons. So, and it's good for both, and I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of both. And the drills. Drills are great for repetition. Drills are wonderful to get your heart rate up, especially if you go out there with that mindset and say, okay, today is drill day. I'm just going to hit 1,000 balls, and I'm going to do the best I can. I'm really going to get back into it. For a lot of tennis players, it's like a feel-good thing. They go out there and play, and they do drills. They feel really good about hitting 1,000 tennis balls, and it works. The confidence goes up, and it's a cool thing. But that's all it is. Drills are for repetition, and maybe getting your heart rate up. Maybe a little bit of social with your friends and your teammates out there. Now, and I'll come back to that in a second. Clinics. And those people who know me and do lessons from me, I would much rather do clinics 7 days a week than doing drills. Clinics are so special because it's just a wealth of knowledge that I can pass down, or that any pro would pass down to their students, because it's what they know, and it's technical, and these are things that a lot of pros that I've seen, that I've been around, they just don't do. They just think, hey, we're going to go out there and drill every single day, and I'm going to get better. Well, no, that's not how it works. You don't go to a pro and he doesn't just bang balls at you and tell you to hit the ball hard and move your feet, for an hour or 2 hours, what have you, and you get better. It just doesn't work like that. Anybody in the world, any pro in the world would just tell you, it just doesn't work. There needs to be a level of technicality where you are applying, advanced tennis techniques and skills. So clinics to me would be, I host a clinic, and all we're doing for an hour and a half is learning how to hit slice, backhand slice for an hour and a half. And that's all we do. It is just a course. It's a lesson in backhand slicing. I love doing clinics because you almost see, you don't want to say you see an immediate, you get better that fast, but that light bulb is going to go off. Those ideas are going to start running through your head, and more doors will open up the more and more you hit something that you're uncomfortable with, and you're learning how to do a better way. I don't want to say the correct way, and that's another video in itself, but you're learning a better way to do things, an easier way. And most players don't want to go through that. They don't want to be with a pro and have their pro tell them, look, you got to do, you want to hit spin, or you want to do this, you got to change your grip, or you got to do that. And people freak out about that. But that's what you have to do. Okay? That's what you have to do. And those of you who don't do that, you're not going to get better. That's just what it is. You're not going to get better. And I see this more with people's volleys. I have seen the most pancake frying pan volleys of my life, and people are good at them. I've seen 4-0, 4-5 players that still don't use what, as a pro we would teach, hey, hit continental, hit maybe a little bit of Eastern, volleys and slices. No. These people swear up and down that holding the grip, semi-Western, or what we would consider, say, frying pan or pancake, they're convinced it works. And it does, and it works for them. Does that mean that, how should I put this? They won't reach that full potential of the stroke. If you teach somebody, hey, I'm going to teach you how to hit an Eastern grip slice, or let's just say continental grip slice, and you're going to really hone in on that skill because of the grip change and because of the technicality that you have to offer. You're going to be able to grow. You're going to be able to get much better. You're going to make that backhand slice, like, you're going to reach its full potential holding it one way. If you don't, and you're one of these people that says, hey, I'm going to do it my way because this is what I've been getting away with, and that's great. You know, you continue to do it, but, you know, you're limited. You're limited on the variety of shots that you can create via the grip, and that's just a proven fact. I mean, it's just simple physics there. But that's what I perceive as clinics. So, you know, when you go to your pro, you're going to make sure that, you know, drills are for drills, and if you're there for drills, then heck yeah, be there for drills and do that. Another thing too is, let's say you go and do the backhand slice clinic, and then next week, you know, you're doing drills. Now, let's say the drills are like, all right, today we're going to do everything. We're going to do 3 drills on forehands, ground strokes. We're going to do 3 drills on backhands, ground strokes. We're going to do drills on volleys, and then, you know, drills on slices, and then boom, there's your opportunity right there. Your opportunity to practice the slices that you may have learned in a clinic before is now available. So that's when you take that technique, and that's when you apply it to the drills. Okay, so if you're going to hit, if he tells you to go around the cone, that's what I do. Most people don't like it because I got to move, but I tell somebody, all right, I'm going to set up a cone, you got to move around the cone, you got to slice, and you got to do these sequence drills, maybe 2 slices, 1 deep and 1 short. But work on the technique that you were taught before. If you don't do that, you don't get anywhere. And don't expect an immediate, you know, I'm going to learn to slice in 1 day. It doesn't happen that way. Otherwise, I mean, some of you are probably saying, we wouldn't have jobs as tennis pros. So tennis doesn't come that fast to everybody. Practice and miss and fail a lot with whatever shot that you're learning, especially if you got a pro telling you, hey, this is technically going to enhance your game. You have to do that. If you want to get better, that is. So, you know, either one is good. I think drills are great. Drills are good for that repetition. Like I said, they're really good for repetition over and over and over and over. Get your heart rate up. Clinics are so valuable for players so that you really understand what you're doing and how to do it. If your pro can't do that and really break it down, then I don't know. You know, go on YouTube and start looking up other things. You know, research this stuff. Read a book. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of tennis instructors and pros out there doing lessons. I mean, and extremely qualified people doing wonderful YouTube videos on how to hit a slice or explaining the grips. And, you know, it's really cool with how much content is out there. Go out and figure that stuff out. And I would ask your pro too, even, I mean, before you start doing this, say, hey, look, you know, could you show me the grips? Could you show me how to hit this slice? And I heard a continental grip is this, or continental grip, you know, those are things you got to ask. And then, you know, their responses should be, you know, let me show you this, and let me explain why you want to do it that way. Always ask why when you're talking to your pro. All right, if you cannot answer the question why, then go to YouTube. You know, find a different pro, whatever you have to do. But they have to answer that question why. That was a big thing. That was a big thing for me, learning how to coach, you know, years ago. That was, you know, one of my older pros that I had worked with.